Hello from Thorpe Park. It's September, which means it is the Oktoberfest event. It's returned. It was really successful last year. Everybody loved it, apart from a few. We really enjoyed it. We came for Oktoberfest we came on a few days trip, but we didn't actually do any vlogging of it. Here we are to end this trip down south. I'm really looking forward to experiencing the second of this event. We've just been on Colossus. The front row keys are back, which is great. Absolutely love Colossus on the front. And who knows what we're going to do now? Probably head on Samurai because it's actually open, but it's not in a good state. So there's music for Oktoberfest on Samurai. Probably hear that right now. But yeah, that does not look good. It's been closed for the vast majority of this year. It came back a few weeks ago and it's had more downtime, and it's just running like this. Very enjoyable. I haven't done Samurai this year, and looking at the queue it looks busy. It's not really worth queuing for. We'll have a look at it. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, I do remember this song on the flat rides now. She was telling me about that earlier. But yeah, Samurai isn't in a good place. Or in a good state, let's say. Hopefully I can sort that out in the winter when they've got a few months to do so. The main thing I look forward to at these Thorpe Park events, unless it's Fright Nights, because obviously the mazes and the scare zones are the main focus, is the changes to the ride announcements. As much as I love the original announcements, and it's always Detonator that has the best one. Last year we loved the yodeling, and in Park Vibes we liked the drop. Yeah. Well, that was awkward. Someone who works in Burger King just walked past and stared at us. In Park Vibes I really like the Detonator announcement. I really like the Stealth one as well. I assume, well, we know Detonator's the same because you can hear it all over the park. They actually turned the volume up, which is good, unlike Park Vibes. But yeah, and Stealth, we really liked the Stealth one last year as well. Counted down in German. Amelie, I am not attempting it, but I will try and film that later on. Following on from starting putting flags up at events at Park Vibes, Oktoberfest now has flags around the park. There's a load of them there, like where you walk over to Swarm Island. I'll show you them in a bit. As the way in Park Vibes, but this is where this is Oktoberfest's like main area really. Got all these food and drink shops, Pommes frites, hot chocolate and brownies. I really like the look of those, and yeah. I assume there's alcoholic stuff over here as well. Got a slightly different stage to last year. There was like a proper stage. I don't think it was see-through where you can see the whole graffiti wall. It's in a slightly different place as well. So I think the same stage was used for the Festival Arena, which I really liked. I don't think that's returning this year, is it? The whole Fright Nights stuff has been announced, but I haven't really looked into it too much. But yeah, very excited for Fright Nights. And last year they had a lot more space to play around with here because Ghost Train was closed. So yeah, they just shut off that whole entrance, if I remember rightly, and the shop for the Oktoberfest event, and obviously the stage was there. Same with Festival, they had a lot more space really. Remember Danielle's Ballet School being over there. This is where you get your alcoholic stuff from. Love the music around here. We're going to hear Detonator in a minute. Yodel, yodel, yodel. Ein Insel Wekain Anderer means the island like no an island like no other. Oh my god. Do you remember these drum kits last year though? Excited, hopefully we'll catch some entertainment in a bit. That wall is complete now, that whole graffiti stuff that they were working on. Looks really nice. It'll look better when there's a stage not blocking it. Probably next season now, because I assume this is going to stay up for Friday night. Who knows, who knows. But Inferno, Swarm, Colossus that later got changed. But yeah, it looks really nice. I'm looking forward to seeing stuff on this stage later on. Get your bratwurst from over there. Shout out to Ellis who found it very funny when I was eating a bratwurst at Pleasure Beach a few months ago. Phonogram. I love how Thorpe Park take note of all the slang and just use it for marketing that he used down here. Oh dear. Sure to get your picture there for the gram, innit? Why wasn't Detonator's Park Vibes announcement as loud as this? It's been renamed to Detonator Phones Away from Detonator Bombs Away. Don't have your phone out on the rides, guys. That was lovely. I swear that speaker wasn't even there in Park Vibes. It was like up there on the top of something, playing very quietly. I didn't like it, but it's just lovely and loud. That's what we like to see.
Brace yourself, dropping in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Auf Wiedersehen.
Spoilers, but the actors and pre-show is back on Walking Dead The Ride. There's only 2 actors in there, in that first room that you come up to after you leave the ride, but I suppose the rest of it is way too cramped in there, so that's fair enough. But yeah, good to have some normality, have the pre-show back, and of course actors. We're about to enter the Labyrinth. I'm interested to see what they do in here now, since restrictions were lifted. Are they sending you in massive groups, or just individual groups like they were before? I'm not sure. But it'll always be fun to be back inside Black Mirror Labyrinth, new for 2021. We've just been deleted, we've just come out of Black Mirror Labyrinth, and yeah, they were sending people in all at once, which is fair enough. You can see why they're doing that, and it stops you from having to wait as well, I suppose. So yeah, there were a lot of people in there. Obviously they capped the amount of people. We went in a group of what, 6, and then yeah, obviously we joined the people who went in before us, and the people who came in after us joined us, and then we left and found our way out. What do we have here? Is this always here, or is this Fright Night's preparation for the crows? But yeah, nevertheless, a very exciting. I believe there is like the crows are getting their own little scare zone this year. As I said, I haven't actually looked into any of the Fright Night stuff yet. I tend to do it like just a few weeks before it actually starts. Yeah, maybe I should start watching updates sooner and stuff like that. But so yeah, I believe there is something to do with the crows happening this year. I know Creek Freak Massacre's back, which I'm really excited for. Speak of the devil, we've got advertisements. Birthday Bash, Legacy, Rides in the Dark of course. As we come for a look in the island shop while we wait for our Darren Brand's Ghost Train time slot. So look at some Oktoberfest merchandise, some brand new. I really like this hoodie. Yeah, I'd really like it if they did this hoodie with just the original Thorpe logo on it, just that there, like in the middle of it. So really, I'd really like that. I'd probably buy it. But yeah, some lovely merch. Get some hats and t-shirts and mugs. Danielle's trying them on. I think this t-shirt would look perfect on Ben.
This one's right.
But yeah, I do really like that hoodie a lot.
Oh, Ben will like this.
Yeah, he would, definitely. Some big mugs, that. Wow. And there's some beautiful new Black Mirror Labyrinth merch as well. These t-shirts, they look lovely. These were brought out for Park Vibes, but they could, I mean, they have the roller coasters on it. They could just be used for permanent merch, and I wonder if that's what they're going to do. Or are they not going to make any more? Until next year's Park Vibes, assuming that it will return, because it seems to go down well. Stuff's happening on the stage, and it just got video bombed, and again. We're like team 1, I think. We've got to do this dance.
And 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 4.
Yeah, I'd rather sit holding the camera watching everyone else do it, to be honest with you.
2, and and 4 and 5 and 7 and 8. Alright, let's do that to the music. We're going to get slower and we're going to get quicker, quicker, quicker. Maestro, spin there. You ready? 6 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7.
Trying.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and this side. 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8.
I know where that is. I think
Walk and this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7.
Is this fun to watch?
1, 2. We're getting quicker.
And she stopped. I'm liking the vibe. The dance battle. There we go. Obviously Darren says keep it a secret, so I'm not going to reveal too much. And if you've not ridden Darren Brown's Ghost Train and plan to well, soon, skip a little bit. But yeah, we did Darren Brown's Ghost Train, and obviously now it's at full capacity. Before restrictions were lifted, they used to put you on the far side for the first half and then on the far side for the second half, meaning that you weren't using headsets that other people had used. That's not the case anymore. But luckily we managed to find, like, we managed to end up on the same ones, using the same ones, which was lovely. But yeah, just bear that in mind if you're going on Darren Brown's Ghost Train. We know it. We then went on Solar Ride, had a bit of a delay, but the communication was very good between staff and everyone in the area, so appreciated that. We're going to get as many coasters as we can done now. We've only done Colossus and Saw, and that's about it. More Oktoberfest entertainment space here, where like and Thorpe High was at Friday nights last year. Danielle's refreshing and refilling, but yeah, we haven't done Stealth, Swarm or Inferno, so hopefully we can, oh, just accidentally cut the zoom. Hopefully we can do that, all those, before we leave. Here are all these flags. There were loads of Park Vibes flags up here, and now it's Oktoberfest, of course. Look to be a permanent thing now, I assume. At Fright Nights they're gonna put some Fright Nights flags up and just continue putting flags up at every event. I do prefer the Park Vibes flags though. There's a larger variety. They showed all the roller coasters, and it was just more colourful. These ones are nice. Swarm, Detonator, and probably a few other rides are delayed. I'm surprised Stealth isn't as well, because there were loads of people walking away from it then. But I've just heard the launch, but yeah, 40 minutes. Said 50 on the app a few minutes ago, so no complaints at all. Back on Stealth, the UK's fastest roller coaster. And the 40-minute queue thing looks accurate-ish. What does it sound like? Can't really tell from down here, but I don't recognise it from last year. So maybe it's changed. It's changed to like last year's Stealth Oktoberfest announcement. It's the same one, but it's quiet. I always love a ride on Stealth. I'm a bit disappointed that the front row queue hasn't returned. Obviously Colossus has, I believe Inferno's has, we'll be going on that shortly. But yeah, there was no front row queue, and they were assigned seating, but best of it is, there were still empty rows, and he's on his microphone saying there's empty seats on row 7 or 6 or whatever, then only the 2 rows that are empty for some reason. And then yeah, just obviously getting people to sit on there or asking people to sit on there, like there's assigned seating, they're obviously not assigning them very well, or people are obviously not following it, so yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? But I thought the front row queue would have been back. But it's what it is. The ride itself was amazing, very smooth. I must admit the launch, it's never felt the same since doing Red Force. When I did Red Force I thought Stealth's better than this because it's got a hydraulic launch. But I came back to Thorpe Park 11 months after doing Red Force, I thought it's a bit weaker. But anyway, nice Oktoberfest announcement on there as well. Swarm Invasion will return to Swarm Island at Fright Nights this year. Well, it won't return to anywhere else in the park, is it? It's called Swarm Invasion, but you get what I mean. Last ride of today is going to be Nemesis Inferno. There's been some music from last Oktoberfest that I don't think I've heard this Oktoberfest, especially on the path connecting Old Town and the Jungle. There used to be loads of music from Oktoberfest playing there. I've not had that this year. I say that, it's just Oktoberfest music from there, but yeah, connecting Old Town and the Jungle, there used to be Oktoberfest music, and yeah, Where I'm a Celebrity and Jungle Escape was. Yeah, that's been playing jungle music as usual, like as if it was a normal day today. We haven't been over there at all today, but it's worth a mention. The Rumba Rapids, or well, more recently the Rumba Rapids for Park Vibes, has changed to Umpa Rapids once again for the Oktoberfest event with Oktoberfest music. I bet it's not as good as the Rumba Rap over there. Front row queues back on Inferno, but I don't think we're going to do it today. Why is it not on Stealth though? Inferno on the back wasn't our last ride of the day. Well, it might be, yeah, I don't know, but we do have time for a ride on Rush that's apparently 5 minutes. We was going to go on Samurai, that's walk on, and you probably know Samurai's been closed a lot this season, and since it's returned it hasn't been running well at all. It's also very unreliable and it's broke down. Thorpe Park, please put this ride out of its misery. I love Samurai, it's one of my favourite flats. I have a few inside jokes about it with a few friends, but oh my word, like it was running so slow. The gondola things aren't spinning. It's just not the ride it was, and it is a pretty old ride, to be fair. It started its operation at Chessington. But yeah, they either need to keep it closed for a full season and give it some full-on maintenance, or get rid of it completely. If they're not bothered about keeping it, then yeah, like, just close it for a long time. Obviously that few months hasn't been enough, and wow, yeah, I don't know, but we might have another ride on Rush. I said another ride on Rush as if we'd already done it today. We haven't. We're gonna have a ride on Rush. First one of the day. It's Oktoberfest entertainment. Here it is. We've decided to do Vortex instead because it's quieter. And yeah, we might actually walk onto this one, whereas Rush looks like it had about a 15-minute queue. So yeah, don't have much time left now. We've had an amazing time. Okay then, back home, and that is the end of this vlog from Thorpe Park Oktoberfest. It's the second one ever, my second one because I went last year and didn't vlog it. Overall, as an event, I really like it. Thorpe Park really do know how to do events. There was the event space in the dockyard near Darren Brown's Ghost Train, obviously less space than last year, but then again it didn't have to be as spaced out as last year for obvious reasons. So what happened on that stage was still really good. They also had, which I don't think they had last year, near where Lycanthorpe High was, last Fright Nights, there was a big entertainment place there and some seats undercover to eat bratwursts and drink beer, which we didn't do. The entertainment was fun to watch. The bit that I did watch, didn't try any of the food, although those fries and those brownies looked really nice. See the screen there? Ride announcements, I really like them. They've not changed anything from last year. The Stealth one was too quiet though, but it is what it is. We can't have everything. The Detonator one blasts out, which is really good. And that's it pretty much. So thank you very much for watching this vlog from Thorpe Park Oktoberfest. I'll be going to the Alton Towers Oktoberfest for my first time soon, so stay tuned for that. I will see you next time.